Hey friends, Miss Art Garden here, and today we're going to draw Zelda. As always, we will start with a head shape, a cranium shape, and then a line down the center of her face. That's kind of the where the nose and eyes are on either side of that line. And then about a horizontal line about, 2/3, 3/4 all the way down. I usually put their eyes under that line. This circle ended up being a pretty oval shape, so it'll be cut off there. So we have this, and then let's do the face shape itself. Goes in just a little bit where the eyes are going to be. Like I said, they'll sit under this line, so they'll curve in there where your eye socket curves in, and then it'll come out just a little bit here. We're not going to worry about getting this face shape perfect the first go around. We're just getting it in general in there, and then it'll come down towards the chin area. That's probably about the length I want. Tricky business making face lengths, but I think she'll have a short petite one. That looks pretty good. Behind where her ear would usually go is the back of her neck, and then a little bit in from the chin, depending on how thick you want the neck will be. Place that roughly in like that, and then her shoulder would be like that one would be there, and this one would be down there. Okay? Maybe this will come in just a little bit more like so. And I actually think that this whole chin should move a little bit in like this. And that's not really how I would do it on the computer. But since we're doing sort of a draw along, I'll just fix it. I'll be a good sport and fix it manually. Something like that. There we go. Bring that shoulder up a little bit. Okie dokie. We'll move on to drawing in the features. And I usually start with the bottom of the eyes under this line. Just the general kind of shape. It comes into a point here. So I draw it down in a line there. About this point, there's a bit of a turn and it curves in a circle. Depending on the style of eyes you do, we'll just put it in like this. The great thing about a sketch is you can always edit it later. I think this arch might be a little too high up. And then over here, about an eye length apart, I start this again where this one goes down, this one goes down, meets at about the same place and comes up in an arch. And I draw in some lashes if they're a girl or just have long lashes. So we'll put those in for our lovely princess. Over on this eye, it usually gets interrupted by the bridge of the nose. I'll put a little line there designating that. If you want to have the full bridge of her nose, you can put it down like that. And then the bottom would come here. I'm going to erase this. A little bit under that cross hatch is usually where my nose lines up. And this one might be a little bit too high, so put it down a little bit here and a little bit of a nostril there too, and I tend to draw in a little bulge there, but I don't like having my nose connected, just a style I do, so I'm gonna erase that line, but you can leave it in if you want. Okay, so the nose is there, and then we're gonna draw the lips. I want her mouth to be just slightly open, so I'm actually gonna draw this shape like that. It's like an up bell curve, and this will be like the top of her lips. It'll go down like this, and then her mouth will be open slightly here. I'm gonna bring this line down a bit so I can do a little bit of trickery here. So then I want this to meet down a little bit lower. Bottom of her lip will go here. Maybe that's a little too open. We can shrink that opening up a bit. Just keep working on it till you get the shape you want. There's usually kind of a line that goes like that. And then this comes up and comes down, and it pretty much has disappeared by the time it reaches the corner of the mouth. So this is all a little bit crowded, and I think there's a little bit of a curve to the face, and I think the mouth was drawn a little too far over. Since I'm on the computer, I'm going to do a little bit of a cheat. I'm going to do it like that, bring it more into the direction I want, and then we're going to fix her face shape. Now that I've got her features a little bit more in, the face shape around them will be a little bit different. So sometimes there's like a little bit of a outward area where the mouth muscles are, and then I'm going to bring this over to line up under the lips a little bit better. So just that slight adjustment. Now let's finish off the bottom of her eyes since we've got that going. Pretty much a straight line, and then you get to this area and it curves upwards. And over here, same kind of deal, curves down and then pretty much a straight line from there. She'll be looking at the camera. So I'll add that eyeball in there. This one will match up in the distance looking out, and then I draw a little detailed line up here, and you can either draw it as a full line or if you like the style where it's broken like that, either way. And then let's get in her eyebrows. So from this one, it'll basically meet up at this corner bridge eye area and go in an arc like that. Then we'll just kind of shape it in like so. I go to the edge of the face here, and then for this one I'm going to put it down here and then move it over. I'm going to give it a little bit of a wider shape here and it tapers out over here. And I think I'm gonna bring that up a little bit and round this off a bit so it's not so square. Her ears, a normal human ear curves up about the top of the eyes and meets at the chin area at about the bottom of the nose. Since she's got elven ears, she's gonna have them meet here but go up further than this. So let's just work on a shape. I think we'll have them go up like so, get a nice triangular shape, and then the inner part will be just this line here, and it comes down here, and then like a normal human ear, she'll have a little bit of I don't know what that flap is called, and then the curve where her eardrum will be, and you can add another line in there like that or something, and then finish off by making her ears kind of round down there and meet up with the side of her face. And they actually, I think I might put these at a better angle, so this curves in a bit like this and they meet up here. Just a little adjustment there. All right, so now that we have her ear, let's put in her hair. And she's got a crown thing that I'm actually going to roughly sketch in first. It has two arches, two prominent arches that go like this and like this, almost like Sailor Moon bangs. And then it's got these sort of spiky things. For now, I'm just gonna draw them in like this and like this, so I can remember sort of their shape. And then she's got a gem up here and over here. Okay, so that's in roughly, and that'll help me so I know how to draw the hair. So her hair from the crown area goes straight back. It's gonna go off the page a little bit. Maybe that's a little bit of a cone head. We'll get the shape. So it'll come back a little bit behind the ear, and I'm actually gonna move this out like this, and then down in that sweep there. So there we go. You can draw in a few lines like it's pulled back and has that volume. So they go over like that, and then as you reach the temple, they start kind of going like that, maybe. Something like that. And then she's got these bang things, I guess. They're not really bangs. Strips of hair that kind of sink down. Let's see, they're pretty straight. So let's make one go down here, one go over her ear and meet here, and then under her crown it'll come out like this, go down. I'm gonna have it kind of puff out a bit here. It's gonna have some wrappings on it. Let's erase that so we don't get confused. And then this one will puff out a bit and then go down here. So that is the front of her hair. I think this one, maybe it sticks out a little bit. Let's fix it. I did not mean to erase her face. Just plop that in. Let's have it come down from a little bit closer to her face so it doesn't look so unnaturally out. Little adjustment. There we go. We can fix up these lines a bit when we do the final inking, but we'll get the sketch in for now. Just fix that shape a little bit here. There we go. We have her mostly drawn out. I think I might fix the shape of her head. It's looking a little weird. So I'm going to bring it in a little bit there and perhaps back like that. Before we go on, since I said that she has some wrappings, let's get them in here. They just sort of zigzag up and down like this. And then over here they'll do the same. Maybe we'll have one crossing the other here. Okay, so before we finish up, let's give her that armor look. Goes behind her head a bit here, and then it comes up like this over her shoulder, comes to like a point, and then goes like so, and then sweeps down. Maybe a little bit further of an angle it sweeps down. Let's erase this so it's easier to read. So that's armor shoulder number 1, same over here. It'll come up and then sweep in like so. And then there's a plate of armor that comes out, and it'll just about be put out of frame there. We're gonna have it go up and down and then in like so on this side, and it will come up a little bit like this, and then like this. Her dress will be maybe here, and we'll have her neck and shoulders. When I do the inking, blow this out a little bit because it seems right now at the wrong angle. So I'm gonna do a little computer cheat there. And maybe even a little bit bigger since her head doesn't quite proportionally match up. What I might do when I ink them is move them down a bit so she doesn't have like that total 80 shoulders look. And then this, just the last little thing we need to do is finish this off. So this has a little V thing here that comes down, and then I guess it's more like a Y. Sits there between her eyes. There's these arches that come up here like so, and then these aren't too bad. I might just work on them when I ink them, but they go like that. They go fully over her hair, and yeah, that's about it. So there's the sketch, and then you can ink it, and then you can put the base, shading, and all the final touches. So there she is, Princess Zelda. Let me know who you want me to do a Let's Draw of next. I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care, and I will see you in the next video.